Dr. Zedriga has been granted bail by this court. Of course, it is very unfortunate that she has had to spend all this time under illegal detention. You all know that Mama Zedriga, as we call her, was abducted from her home on election day. After casting her ballot, when she went home, she was abducted. She says actually these men, shameless men, found her in her bathroom, took her to an unknown place where she spent 3 weeks under incommunicado detention before she was eventually brought and charged with a very ridiculous charge. So we are happy that finally she's been granted bail, and we shall continue struggling and fighting. As you all can see, it is a shame that Museveni and his people go on claiming that they won an election, quote unquote, after detaining 2 deputy presidents, abducting them in that manner. Our other deputy president, Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi, as you know, is in detention at Chitalia under the same situation when these people attacked his home, fired bullets and all that, killed 10 people at his home. And the regime goes around claiming that they won an election. Of course, the reason why Dr. Zedriga was targeted, and Jolly Jacqueline Kamushaba, our other deputy president for Western Region, the deputy president for Uganda, and of course teams of election management, including Sebu, Fujian Mary, Bright Mums, and others, is because the regime was trying to cripple the work of NUP in terms of being able to, guard the election and all these things. Because if you abduct a deputy president of an entire region, then you hear some people who don't apply a lot of reasoning, saying, oh, you did not have polling agents at some polling stations. How do you expect the party to do all this work when you get the leaders, for example, the leader of an entire region, and abduct them? So they did that in Western Uganda because they wanted to do a lot of ballot stuffing, a lot of vote rigging in Western Uganda. They did that in Northern Uganda, where they did similar things, as you know, and in Uganda, where there was a lot of violence and all that. So it is a shame. It's unfortunate, but we are thankful to God that finally Mama is going to be released on bail, and we shall continue struggling.